Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Lazy Gamers and Prison Architect. I thought we were done with the administrative building after part 2, but I got to thinking we forgot a couple things. We forgot a parole board. We didn't put in a morgue. We didn't put an infirmary in, and we didn't put any visitor center in, which I think I want to keep all in the administrative area. Makes sense to me anyway. We might add more of those later. But so, got this all paused, obviously, because we didn't want to. So we're going to add those down here. We'll probably, what we're going to end up doing is making this hallway come on down. We got plenty of room to do that with. So we'll take that door out, and then we'll pull down here, and we'll add a door in somewhere along here. And then we'll add this little section and do that. And so we'll probably end up adding cameras or something. I don't know if we'll need cameras in those areas. So we'll have to add the cameras and things like that to that area. And so let's do a quick rundown of where we're at. Of course, we have no danger level because we don't have any prisoners. We haven't even messed with that. Our prison is completely closed, as you can tell. And I'm not going to worry about the letter to CO. And we're down by $300,000, but as you know, we got unlimited funds going. And we're making a negative $100 a day right now for employees that we got going on. So, trying to get this started out real quick. But like I said, we are not going to open this prison until we get it pretty much built. And we'll see where it goes. And what we'll do is run updates on that. So, let's check out our bureaucracy. Bureaucracy. I can't even talk. Our research, see where we're at. So we have got everything going to be unlocked, and like I've said before, I want to get all that done so I don't have to mess with it. So we'll go ahead and open that up after we design this out. So let's kind of pull this down. I'm usually not real big on planning this, but come all the way down here like so to give us an idea of what we're going to do. Put a door in there. We're probably going to come down something like, I don't know here. Let's see how this is going to work. Something like this. And we'll probably end up putting in, let's zoom out a little bit. Hopefully we'll know what we're doing here when we go to get there. Like a hallway right here. That's a boom. And then so we'll want one hallway. And what I'm thinking, and you know I usually don't do this 1, 2, 3, 4, but for now, for this, I'm kind of thinking we need to do something. I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think this will be enough. We don't need a very big parole board room, so I think we can do that right in here. 1, 2. This hallway's pretty small. Yeah, this hallway we made pretty small, which is fine considering it's all administrative stuff, so we don't have to worry about it not being too big. So we get that going. All right. And bring our wall down and do something like this here. I don't know if that's going to be big enough for those areas. We can actually find out really quick by coming in here to go to rooms. And let's do the parole board. Let's see if this should be plenty big right here. Oh, what? Well, I guess I can just look at 5 by 5, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll work. But I'm not gonna worry about the chapel visitation. Doesn't really say. Just it's got to be indoors. So we're gonna do a visitation area right here, or maybe here, and we'll end up doing. I'm gonna do the infirmary here and the morgue right here, because hopefully we don't need a big morgue. Let's hope that we don't need a huge one. So let's do that and see how that gets us. Let's go ahead and get these all, get materials lined out here. Let's get it going. Okay. And we're going to have to do a foundation. Of course, we want to do concrete. And let's go ahead and do all the way out. And let's go ahead and do it all the way up to here for this hallway. I don't know why. Let's get all that done. So we can get that all started. Let's go ahead and get these guys cranking this out. And we can take out walls here, but we need to come into materials and demo walls, because we're going to need to demo that one and that one. That one don't need to be there. And so then objects, and we can just zoom in here. Dismantle that. We got that set up, and so we're going to need to go rooms, and we need to get to the security. Where's my security? Right here. And we're going to need to undo this part of it. Well, maybe that as security. There we go. Because we want that to be a hallway. Objects. Actually, let's get into materials and do marble tiling. Let's go ahead and do that all the way down this hall, because that's what we've decided to do. And let's go into dismantle walls, and we're going to dismantle that wall right there. Open that up. Okay. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit faster so we don't have to sit here and watch this play around all day. And let's see here. Okay. So we got that going. Alright. So they're cranking away at it anyway. They've got to get all this put in before they can do anything. I hate it with night, but that's what it is. I don't want to get too crazy with our exterior wall, just in case we do something over. Or, you know, extend that prison if we need to, which we probably will. It's going to be my guess. We're going to have to. Alright. And we're cranking out stuff. Now, utility, it seems like the utilities does okay down to here. Well, we're going to have to bring utility cables on down, I would say. Okay. And let's go ahead and put the walls in and see what this turns out. Whoa. Not what I intended, but okay. Birch. Made these hallways a little bigger than they had to be, but you know, it's okay. Yeah, let's go right here. And we don't want that one there. Let's go to here. And let's go right here. Alright, getting these all placed in. Sorry, guys. There we go. And so, with that being like that, our utilities obviously aren't over far enough. So let's bring them this way. We'll go and do like so. And that should get utilities in there. Objects. Let's go ahead and get some doors in place. We'll put a door here and here. And here and here. And of course we're going to want one right here. Closed circuit TV. We're obviously going to want cameras at the end of the hallways. And we're going to put them like so in these rooms. Like so. So we got that going. And we'll connect those cameras up once they get installed. And with materials, of course, we'll go ahead and take care of these hallways. We want them all to look pretty. sure all the hallways look good and nice and ready to go. So they'll get that all done, and we can probably go ahead and do it up this hallway too as well, because hallways are all going to have the same tiles. Alright. Now I will probably end up putting a wall and a door in here. I am going to, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to put in the solitary door right here. As they come out and go in. So I think I'm going to do solitary door here. And honestly, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a wall like here and here. And put in a solitary door right there as well. Just because what we want is we want that blocked off, and this is going to lead out to the prison. So the administrative building will get its own, I think it's going to get its own, electrical. We're not going to tie this in anywhere just because when I start adding more of this stuff here, then it's going to need more, so that equipment needs more, but we'll run it up the hallway just for that purpose. So let's go utilities, and we'll bring some out and go up so far. Try to let, and then we'll come up and go so far. See if we can get everything lit up that way. If we can't, then we'll build a little bit more in there and try to get everything all lit up so the whole hallway's lit up good. But we're gonna have one. The power stations, what I'd love to see is that you can link like the power substations together, but you can't do that in this game, so you got to have separate entities for separate ones. So I think each block, not cell block, but each, like, if everything goes right and we set it up right, then we need a little bit more here. Then each what's the word I'm looking for? Not block, but each ranking, so the lows and all that will probably get their own, but most likely like the workshops and stuff will need either their own or that area might need two, so we'll have to kind of see how that goes. So we got this stuff going and we don't have anything linked yet, so let's go ahead for the closed circuit monitor and let's do a connect, and let's connect these bad boys up so we do not forget. And get those done. So now they're all connected. Okay, and we do have these connected to a door servo. Okay, they are connected. So I didn't think I'd connected those, but I guess I did in the last video. Okay, so we got that done. We got that done. So now what we can do is go ahead and do our parole board. Right here. That's going to be our parole. Our morgue is going to be right here. So it's not going to complain about that. Our infirmary. Actually, let's do the infirmary right here. That's going to be the infirmary. And then our visitation area is going to be right here. Okay. So now, in order to make this all right, we got to have tables. Well, that's what we're going to need on the parole board. And then in here, let's see. How many can we pack in here? Yeah, that'll work pretty well. Do 2 rows of tables in here for the visitation area. So there we go. And then for the infirmary, we're going to need medical beds. And I do space them out just for looks. Let's get that done, and let's do the other side the same exact way. I mean, I could really load this up and put a lot more in there, but I think that's going to be plenty. And then the morgue, let's go ahead and do the morgue. The morgue. Okay, so let's turn these this way. And hopefully that's all we need. I'm hoping that's all we need in the morgue. If it happens, we may have to do more. Now, the other thing is, in this building, is we need a radiator. And I'm not sure I've done these radiators. I'm not sure that I get them. But I think it needs one. And so I'm going to get one. I think they need one. I think you got to put one in each room for heat. If I'm understanding this right, I've never had that on. Let's look. There was something in here that just acts. Temperature, there we go. Shows the temperature and all that good stuff. 32, 37. So 68, 69, 71, 71. So we have to think about that as well. I don't know what the outside temperature is right now. But I think that's something that we got to consider. Okay, and that needs hot water ran to it. So, forgive me guys, I have not done this yet, so I'm not certain. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to run a large pipe. What? Requires a water connection, water boiler. Okay. So, here's what our issue is. We're going to need a spot for the water boiler. I kind of get the idea of it now. We're going to have a water boiler, but I don't know if this is like the other area where you can only do so many. So we're going to test that out. We're going to test that theory out. What I'm going to do is come in here to figure this out. And I'm just going to create the water boiler right here is where I'm going to stick it. Utilities. I don't know how big it is. It's really not that big, huh? It's really not that big of an area. So if I put that in there, let's see what happens. I've never messed with this, guys. I really don't know what it's all about. I think you got to have electric and you got to have utilities. So let's go utilities. Okay. Let's just hook that up. And you got to have a water line. And we got water lines right there. So we'll put a water pipe in here. Okay. So then hot water pipe probably has got to come out. And we stick a radiator onto it, would be my guess. Now, I don't know how long this thing goes for. I really don't know. Visitor booth. I was just in the other objects for the radiator. So let's do a radiator. I really don't like that. I would like the radiator to be here under utility so I could see it. Maybe it is, and I'm just logic, bridge, door timer, pressure pad, lights, logic circuit, and we can do some of that. I don't know if that would work on the heat. I'd like to. Okay, so there is no radiator in there. That kind of sucks. So we know it's one off the wall. So let's just do that. Stick it right here. And let's put one. Okay. So if we go into utilities, let's look at that again. I mean, I'm not. It's hot water, so what are we doing? Care about autosaving. What I would like to do is know if I can put a boiler in there and that it's working. Okay, so it must be working because it's not flashing at me. Is this other one down? I'm seeing that one's flashing. So okay, so that's all there is to hooking up hot water. So now what my next question would be is let's go ahead and go into objects and get some more radiators. And just hook them up in here. Let's get some radiators going for all our offices. And let them hook them up. That's all that is. So that's really not going to be that hard. Now the one thing is I'm going to wonder is how many that thing will run. We'll put a radiator in here. We'll need to put one in here, one in here. Obviously one in this office. One here. We won't need that one there. I don't care about that. We will need one, at least one. It's the reception area, so we'll probably need one. Let's put it along the wall. Let's put it along the wall right here. And we can't let our doggies get cold. And we'll need one up in here. And we're definitely going to need one in here somewhere. Let's stick it in this one. I don't know how many we're going to need in each. That could be an issue. Something that I'm not sure about yet. And we'll come down in here, visitation. We'll put one some. Okay, we got one there, and then we'll put one right here. Okay. We need to find and figure out how many of that runs, and this is the best way to do it on this. Hopefully, we can finish up this administration building today. I'd like to get working on the regular prison, but I want to get everything done as far as I can. And why does this not have a light? Why do we not have utility? What's it complaining about? Oh, we don't have an electric in there. Okay, so let's bring that on up in there. Okay. I'm not worried about cost because I think once we get 5,000 prisoners in here, it's going to go. And I think we can expand this even farther. So let's try and see what happens here. That's the only one not working. Let's get into utilities and go hot water. And basically we're going to run it like that and see what that does. Now I'm curious to see really how far this, what this boiler can handle. I know on the smaller pipes it can't handle as much. So that it's kind of curious to me to see what they can handle. So we may have to get another boiler put in somewhere and add that. And I don't know where we'd put it. Probably in here. Probably stick a boiler right in there and add that to the mix would be my guess. But a lot of the water lines, they all go as far as, you know, they go right down the list. So I don't know. I'm just going to run it right down there. See how that goes. Let's run it right down there. So, let's see. Straight down the line. Let's just run all the way down because that's where we have hot water all the way down there. So let's run it down and see how many we can get to. And then basically we're just going to go out like so. I mean, this is what I see me doing. And go in here, and we got them running like mad, and go in here. And let's see if that works. Let's see if that works for our hot water. It looks like, well, I don't know if they got it all done yet, but it may not. It might only do so many. Oh, you see right here, the water gets cold. You see that? The water gets cold right there. So it does only run so many. So then we're going to have to stick a boiler in somewhere, like right in. Stick a boiler in here. And we'll add it to the pipe and see what happens. It should add more to it. But it will need electric. So we'll have to run. Oh, that's easy enough. Right there's electric, so we can run electric in. And it's already, of course, it's got water because it's attached, so that's cool. And then do a hot water pipe from it right to it and see what that does for us. See how that gets. I love that little noise it does. Bloop. So that did work. That got us down to how far? So that took care of all of this. So that's good. So it took care of the rest of it. So it can run. So it ran up to about here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. That doesn't make any sense. It can run. Maybe tying them together, it can do a little bit more. But yeah. And I don't know if we could tie multiples together. I'm not sure if that would work or not. I may have to try that later on. But we're going to keep moving here. Let's see, what else do we need for our administrative building? Get out of this utilities area. What else do we need? I think, let's see here. There's that. What do they got going on here? What? Dump, search, cell block. Oh. I don't know what they're searching for, but whatever. Okay. And we got everything in place here. I am going to put servos on the doors. I like putting servos on doors, especially on my solitary doors. That way they get what they need, and then we can hook those up. As I get those in, we can get them hooked up to the right door, and that is on. And so that is on. And here's the door system, so let's connect it to this door. And let's connect it to that door. And we should have servos on these doors, which we do not. Now this one might be a little trickier to put doors on, but because they got these doors going sideways, so that may not work very well. I may have to figure out how to do something with those doors. You know, with them going sideways, let's go ahead and see what we can get in here. Do some servos in here. We're gonna want one here, here. I don't think we can do 2 on that one though. I don't think we can put one. Yeah, we can't do one that way. Huh. So we're gonna have to fix that. Okay. What we're gonna have to do is come in materials and do demo, and we're gonna have to demo that. And we're gonna have to objects, and we're gonna have to dismantle. Oh, I don't know if I can get just the door here. Yeah, just that door is what I want to dismantle. But I probably, yep, I just dismantled that servo, which is not what I wanted to do. But that's alright. They're just going to put it in storage and we'll put it back. We'll do this. And go in and put a room. No, we want, I don't like the remote doors. I want solitary doors. Put one here. I've never heard that. It's so heavy. That's cool. Okay, so now here and rotate to there. Alright, so now what we can do is do that. There we go. So now our doors are all going to be automated. And we can come back here and go to our door and connect all these servos up. Get a little bit where I can see. Okay. There we go. And do here. Okay, I already got that one. I want that one right there. So now we got all our doors. There we go. Anything else that I missed? Let's take a look. Well, I know there's something that we missed. We're gonna need cameras. Probably up and down the hallways. Let's just go ahead and put one right. Oh, let's do one here. And let's rotate it around and do one at the end of the hallway. just for giggles at the moment. And then of course we will need to, I didn't do that, but we will need to connect the cameras. Oh, they haven't got it in yet. I think I got that one in though. There we go. And we can do this one. There we go. So now we got that done. Now let's see here. Oh, let's get this back to regular speed. We're just cranking out so fast. So let's see here. It's been about 30 minutes on this, but I think we actually got. Oh, no canteen. Let's see here. We might do a small kitchen, right? I'm thinking for the administrative, maybe a small canteen, small kitchen. Kind of what I'm thinking there, just to finish that off and have that running. Small canteen, small kitchen right there. Nothing fancy, nothing big, but enough to serve like these holding cells. I know we could do a large kitchen. It always seems to be a problem. And we're not going to do a clean. I mean, we do have. I really don't want a whole bunch of guys in here. I don't want them in here without. And that would be staff operated. And I think you've got to have a canteen for it, which I find really silly. They're not going to eat anywhere. They're not going somewhere to eat, or I wouldn't think they would. They're in a holding cell. You know, they're going to be handcuffed to go anywhere. But to make this right, let's go ahead and build right up here. Let's do some planning. Let's pause this for a second. Do a little bit of planning. Not a quick build. Let's have some planning. And let's, well, first of all, let's get all our old lines out of there. Okay. They're gone. Okay. Did we get them? Okay, all our old lines are gone. I hate having old lines in there. So let's get up here. Come here. Walls. Shouldn't have any in there. Okay. Hate having a bunch of old stuff sitting there. I don't think they need to be very big. I'm going to make a couple small. We're going to come into the hallway. Yeah. I want a small. I don't know if that's going to be big enough, actually, guys. I really don't think it is. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Not going to be big enough at all. Let's come out and do this and get rid of that. And 1, 2, 3. I like to have 3 spaces. I don't need the canteen to be very big, but I do want it there. Okay. About like that, and then a hallway, and who knows what we're going to build up. Okay. I'll actually probably not build any, well, I'll build something up, but it won't be attached to it. Well, it'll be attached here into this hallway. But we got to have a hallway to get to there. Okay. So what we need, but let's double check our room sizes. Kitchens have to be indoors, cooker for, it doesn't really say, and the canteen doesn't. Okay, so we can do that. So we're gonna go ahead and do foundation, and we're gonna build right here. Okay, and then we're gonna take out, of course, we're gonna take out this area. So then now we gotta let them do their job. Let's let them build that. We'll build this, we'll get it all video cameraed up, and I think that's gonna be good. And that will be staffed. This will be staffed. It'll be an administrative area, so it's gonna be staffed and not allowed to go back in. At least that's my plan. We'll have to get this all rolling to decide how we're going to do it. Yeah, what am I waiting here? Let's crank this forward, guys. Let's get this monkey done real quick. I think it's turning out very nicely, though. We are making some very good progress on this game. I'm trying to be methodical. We have a couple areas without power, so we need to solve that. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and do concrete walls here. Here. Let's go here. Leaving spaces for doors, or trying to remember to leave space for doors. Get into our utility area. And bring up our electric. I mean, it makes sense to me just to pull it right up in here. And we'll probably just run it. Yeah, let's just go this way. And connector. Just like so. And then as far as doors go on that, it's a kitchen. I'm still gonna put staff doors in here. Alright. So once they get all that done, now we can come in here to rooms. And we're gonna have this be a kitchen. And the reason I'm doing it here is because the electrical is right here. And we're gonna do a canteen right here. And let's go ahead and make that part of the kitchen. Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, there we go, all the kitchen. Okay. So what do we got going on with the utilities? We need to pull cable and just say here. Okay, let's get in here. It's not running. Well, we should have. There we go. We should have enough electric to cover. There we go. Now electric's covering everything. Okay, do we got any flashing electricity? No. We're good there. Okay. And I might, because in here we will have to. Really, why is that dark? Oh, we don't have any lights in there. I don't like that. That's too dark. Let's go objects, lights. Make sure we get lights running in here. I don't like darkness at all. Make sure everything's lit up very well, and it pretty well is. Okay. Okay, I don't know, I still am pretty clueless to why we need a canteen for that, but it's something that it says we gotta have, so we are going to do it. And so we will get this little area in. I'm not sure if they come out. They'll have to be handcuffed to come out, so I said parole. I just noticed I put that as a parole. Let's go in and say kitchen. We want this to be a kitchen, not a parole. There we go. That makes a little more sense. Okay. Objects. We are going to need in there. We're going to need a fridge. So I'm going to put the refrigerator right here. Let's do 3. I'm going to start off with 3. Do a cooker. Let's do 3 cookers. And we're going to need a sink in here. Which will need standard water too. And then we're going to need radiators in here and in here. So And then we'll need to go to utilities and hook all this stuff up. This one's gonna be, well, yeah, pretty easy. We'll just go there. And then we need standard water lines. And then we're gonna need hot water lines. Oh, so it needs both. That's interesting. I've never. It makes sense that a sink needs both cold and hot water, but when you don't have the temperature on, you don't have to worry about both. So I just find that interesting. And it is going to give hot water there, so it's going to cut hot water off from anything else. I am very curious about that. Let's see what happens there. See if it cakes out their hot water. It didn't so far, not thus far. Did it not do that? Okay. Well, do we need to come? Okay, we gotta do that. And do we need to? Okay, I had to hook that right up to there. Okay, so now we are good. Awesome. And so everything looks good. All the water looks good. All the utilities look good. We need cameras. Yeah, we don't have a camera in the storeroom, which could be a bad thing, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and it won't let me put it in there, so I'm gonna put it in right here. And at the end of this hallway, if we're gonna have cameras. Got cameras there, and we don't have a camera out here, but we've got some. Let's get that in, and we need to come down and go with the camera, and we need to connect, and we need to kind of spawn out here, and connect this all up. There we go. And we're going to have to do a wire tidy session on these. We're not going to do that today, but we're going to need to do one and bring our whitey tire. I wonder, I don't think you can, but I would love very much so to be able to label these out, and I don't think there's any way for us to label this. I would love to be able to label this, you know, administrative building panel, but I can't. So we won't. Oh, and we got that. Did we miss one? Okay. What did I messed up big time. Somehow I unhooked all of them. Isn't that the crap load of booger butt? Had everything hooked up and somehow I disconnected them. I don't know why, but somehow I do that on a regular basis. Okay, I must have right-clicked. And I know this game's really sensitive to the right-click. That's the only thing I can think of is that I right-clicked and messed it up. It's gotta be my fault. We go back, check the video, or maybe you guys caught it and be like, yeah, dummy, this is what you did. If that's what I did, that's what I did. I mean, we already got that one. Said, I do stuff like that all the time. You'll have to forgive me. I tend to make whoopsies from every now and again. I am human. Let's look over this building once we get these hooked up. And decide, do we have everything done? I think we have the administration done. Finally. Oh, nope. Nope. We're missing something. We're missing our tiles. Okay. I think now it would let me. Yeah, now it would let me. Damn thing. Urgh. Now it'll let me do what I want to do in here. Oh, it's already concrete floor. That's why it won't let me do that. Okay. Duh. That's kind of a duh moment there, guys. I mean, seriously. That is pretty much a duh moment. So let's get in here and do this. Okay. Let's see, what else do we want to do? We did marble. We did... What's in the... Yeah, see, I like that. And that actually looks fine to me for, like, all this area here. Oh. Let's do all of these in that. I like to fancy her up a little bit. And that's just part of what I'm doing all the way through. Okay. And as far as I'm concerned, that can all be done the same. And that looks a little bit better. It just looks a little better to me. Okay. Now why? Okay. Deployment. Okay. Oh, staff, everything's looking there. Deployment. Guards patrol, armed patrol, don't worry about any of that. Logistics. No canteen. There's a canteen there. Food distribution. Okay. Here. Going the wrong way with it like a ding dong. That was my problem. There we go. So now that should set those up. Okay. Food distribution, prison labor. I am not going to do that in there. Sorry. We're just not going to do that. Okay. So now let's get into deployment. And storage. Let's do staff only. Here, 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 here. In the hallways. Coming through here. In the hallways coming to here. And so do that because they have to be in cuffs to get through there. That's kind of the idea. So let's do that. Okay. What else do we got? They're going to get offloaded right here. Let's come in materials and get some fencing. I think this is going to be a no-brainer here. We just don't want them banging out through there. And then they're already fenced in here, so that'll be fine. We just don't want them running off. Slow this down a minute, and let's look again. We haven't even done 100,000 yet. From what we got, we're still down, and those few are doing just fine. Alright. Take another quick peek. I think we got everything in the administrative building done. This is our new administrative building, guys. Wow. So we got the kitchen, the canteen. We got all the basics set up in the kitchen canteen. Now we will be buying. So I kind of already know we're going to buy this land down here. So I'm not really worried about the wall. So we're going to continue to come down here and do whatever. Kind of had that thought in my head that we were going to do that. The other thought is I thought about buying over here and adding something in here across the street to do like maybe the minimum security over here and doing the max over here, because what we got minimum max and yeah, we got medium, min, max, and I think that's what we can select, if I remember right, on our intake is minimum, medium, max. So, and that's what we'll end up doing. So we'll be able to take them all in, and then we'll do a small death row. I don't think we'll do a huge one, but we will do a small death row. So we will create a section of the prison for each one of these. But I think our 5,000 is going to be with the maximum security, so that's what we're going to work on first, and then we'll make sections for the others. That's just what we're going to focus on. So that's what we're going to do, because you make more money with the maximum security stuff, so we're going to push these out and go that. So alright guys, I think that's it for the day, and I think finally on part 3, episode 3, actually finally finish out the administrative building. We will start on the max prison, and we will start working on that, making the rest of this area out here maximum, and we'll make cell blocks and figure out how we're going to do that. I think we're going to make small chunks of cell blocks where it's just a few prisoners, and then we'll go from there. We could do a lot. I think we could do several, and then we'll have a yard and things like that. And so this area right here will probably be just for the maximum security, and we'll see how many cells we can get in there to make it all work, along with having everything else we need. We'll start on that on the next episode. And again, I really appreciate you watching. If you do like this video, please like, please subscribe, please comment. Again, I appreciate it, and remember, the day's what you make it, so let's make it a good one.